Hello, thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. I'm sure that you guys are a little bit aware of why I'm here and what I'm here to talk to you guys about. What I really want to do is kind of just put that emphasis on why we really need to have a research grant proposal which goes more in depth about what university, college-age students really need from universities, as well as parents and the rest of society, in order to become full-functioning, participating adults in this world. Sorry. So, from reading my grant proposal, you guys have already understood a little bit about emerging adulthood. It's fairly new in the academic world, and it's a concept that really has just emerged in industrialized nations such as the United States, where people ages 18 to 25 really have this chance to explore and find out who they are in their identity. What I want to do right now, what I want to implement, is a research grant where I can implement a survey. This survey is going to collect data on a large basis, or a large sample group. For my grant proposal, I want to do the entire student body of the University of Colorado at Boulder. From this survey, I will be able to collect a large amount of data on a large sample body and then be able to do correlations to figure out what it is that university-age college students need in order to become successful adults in society. These things can include financial responsibilities and ways in which we handle our finances, which most emerging adults really haven't been participating in or aren't very knowledgeable of until they have to do it themselves. Leaving the house is one of those ways in which people gain that responsibility. Another thing that emerging adults have issues with through the research that I've done is learning how to enter the workforce, find out how to appropriately become involved in the housing industry, and not only paying for rent but also for finding a house. College-age students, people ages 18 to 25, the amount of times that they move during this time frame is at least twice as much as any other time in their life. So it's really important that people are knowledgeable about these kind of things. What you guys have already done at the University of Colorado at Boulder is you've already implemented a lot of surveys in order to gain data from the student body. One of these programs is Alcohol EDU. Alcohol EDU is a survey, it's a list of 3 different surveys, and every freshman at the University of Colorado has to complete this. The data that has been collected from doing this over 4 years now has been incremental and has really helped explode the research that's being done on alcohol and the effects on alcohol on college-age students. I think that the same could apply for what I want to implement with figuring out what it is that people transitioning into adulthood need in order to become full-functioning adults. There's really very little research that has been done on this subject. I feel that through these surveys that will be happening in increments of time, specifically at this demographic in Boulder, I think that we will find a lot more research that will just further what we know about what is needed for people to know or to become successful adults. Since the research has already been done and the surveys have already been implemented at CU Boulder, it's really easy just to add another survey in which the student body need to fill out for research purposes. There are 2 main entities at the University of Colorado Boulder in which I really want to use their resources. The first of which is the Office of Planning and Budget and Analysis. They've really done a really great job of breaking down what is needed in order to create a very effectual survey, and I want to use those resources in order to create the most effective survey to create a database for what I want my research to be. The other resource at the University of Colorado, which I really want to use, is the Division of Student Affairs. The Division of Student Affairs is involved in a lot of organizations or programs that try to help out students who are attending the University of Colorado Boulder. These programs can be RAP programs, residential academic programs. These can also be the community programs where they set up the residential communities in which people with same interests get to sit and have classes together or get to live in the same dorm room with one another. I really do want to use these resources to my advantage since they already know how to target this student body in the most effectual way and how to create surveys that will bring really effectual data. I think it's really important that you all take the time to really understand what research is going on right now with emerging adulthood. It can only help the student body really gain knowledge to enter the real world, just like you guys pride yourselves on preparing your students for their careers onward from the academics that you guys have. And you also pride yourselves on doing a lot of research, and you have a large research base right here at Boulder, and this would only help advance that. Again, thank you for taking the time to listen to me, plead my case for why this grant is so extraordinary and why we really should be paying attention to what's going on right now in the academic world in this new transitioning stage in people's lives in which people are attending the university. Let's take advantage of our student body. Let's take advantage of the resources that we have already implemented. Thank you again. If you have any questions.